Hello everybody, welcome back to Programminers. Last video we talked about the broadcast block in Scratch. Today we'll be talking about animations. So what is an animation? Animation in Scratch is basically changing the costume of the sprite so that it looks very real. So here we have this ball as our sprite and the ball has 5 costumes varying in different colors. So let's start with the first costume and go back to code. Let's start coding this. You say and by the way, if you're wondering how I got this ball into our program, check out our first video where I've explained about that. So let's get started with the code. We have an event saying when green flag clicked. We go to the look section of blocks. There's a block saying next costume. So once we execute this code which has next costume, it's quite simple. It just changes the next costume of the ball. And it returns back to its original position after switching all the costumes. So for an animation, we want to make this do it by itself forever. So as we learned in the Programminers third video, let's put a forever block. And now it changes color by itself. But it's a little bit fast, so we can put the wait block. Wait 1 second and then change the next costume. Let's make one, say, 0.5 seconds. There. It's now a little bit slow, but we have to change it again so that we get it perfect. 0.25. There. And we also want this ball to move a little bit. So let's say move 5 steps. 5 steps. And let's stop this piece of code and execute it all over again. It moves, but not really fast. So if we want to make it a little bit faster, we can by just changing 5 to 10. And when we execute this, the ball moves a little bit faster. So we can make the wait block a little bit lesser time period because it's moving quite slow. So let's say 0.1 seconds. And now let's check it out. There, that's good. So we keep estimating like this to find out the correct required time interval. So now let's make it a little more realistic. Let's put in the motion section of blocks. There's a block saying if on edge bounce. As you can see, it goes into the edge, the circle here. So where it bounces on the edge, it should come back, right? So we have put an if on edge bounce block. So when it goes on the edge, it bounces back on either side. And now let's drag the circle and execute it. As you can see there, once it hit the edge, it bounced back. On either side, it bounced back. So that's a really handy block while creating animations or games. And now let's make it a little more realistic by adding a sporty backdrop. Sports, and let's say soccer. And once we execute this, it's nice. So that's about animations. Let me do a small review. So we talked about what is an animation, and let me explain this code to you once again. So when the green flag is clicked, which is an event, forever it waits for 1 second, changes the costume, moves 10 steps, and if it is on the edge, it bounces back to either side. And then again, it continuously executes this forever, as we've put a forever block to it. So this is about animations. So in the next video, we'll be talking about one more kind of animation, which is really interesting. So I hope to see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe the video. And don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section below. Hope to see you again. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed.